What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Chris Storms. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thank you for listening. And this is going to be another video about a child that is gone but not forgotten, and with a little bit of an update to the story. So let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who may have been following this story, if you remember this young baby name is Rica Rountree, if I'm not mistaken. Rica was 8 years old when she lost her life. Now, to give you a little bit of the meats and the potatoes of the story, as a matter of fact, let me do it like this. Hold on, because I need to show you pictures of all who's involved in this. All right, who's up first? All right, the lady you see at the top is her mother, Antoinetta Rountree. All right. Now, I had the pleasure of speaking with Antoinetta quite several times on my show, and I enjoyed the interviews every time that I spoke with her. Now, I remember when I first did the story on Antoinetta, I had my say, what I had to say, what I thought about everything. And, some things wasn't nice and some was, I guess, in a neutral zone until I had the opportunity to talk to her. And, she wasn't upset by the videos that I did. Anything I had wrong, she just pretty much told me, hey, I had it wrong. And she explained to me what really happened according to her side of the story. Now, with Antoinetta, the thing was, she got into a little bit of trouble and she ended up getting arrested and she went to jail for a while. Don't remember how long she said she'd been up in there, but she had went to jail for a while. And after going to jail, Rica was in the custody of Richard. Let's see if we can find Richard. All right. Richard, which is Rica's dad, the guy who you see right here on the left, he had Rica in his custody. Somewhere down the road, Richard ended up dating a woman that you see to the right of him, Cynthia Baker. Now, here's where the story have a twist. Richard got with Cynthia. Some reason Cynthia seemed to have a hatred for this child. I don't know what it was. Cynthia was torturing this baby and was recording herself torturing this child. Don't know why, but she acted like she just had a hatred towards this child. And there was quite a few videos that surfaced as this story had went on. And I played a couple of them, but I didn't see all of them. The couple of them I played, people kept telling me, Chris, I mean, there's more. Trust me, there's more. There's some where she was dragging a girl across the floor naked, wet, had her standing in the corner while she waiting. There's all type of stuff. So I never seen every last video that Cynthia did on this child. All right. Now, one of the videos that I did see that I played on one of my shows, because I did quite a few shows on this story, where Cynthia had this baby standing up against the wall, holding up cans, and whenever her arms weren't in a position that pleased her, she would come in there and straighten her arms up. Not only that, but Cynthia's daughter played a role in this as well. She came behind her daughter, started gyrating shit, and hold the baby's arm up to hold the cans how Cynthia wanted the cans to be held. Now, some of you who follow me when I cover this story, Rica was being punished for whatever reason she was being punished for. All right. You see the other kids running around having fun. They were biracial kids. From our recollection, the kids was biracial. Now, you had to ask yourself this. Even though I don't like to play the race card, but in this one, you kind of somewhere got to go there. You saw all the other biracial kids having fun, laughing and hee and ha ha, and even some probably was picking at Rica for the punishment she was getting. But the beautiful black child was being punished. But why? What was Rica doing so bad that she was the one always getting punished. But it seemed like the biracial kids was always having a good time. And now this is another reason why I say you will have to go the race car with this. Because think about this. Did Cynthia ever record any videos of her disciplining biracial children? Or even a better question. Did Cynthia ever discipline the other children? Okay, we have to think about that. Did she ever record her discipline the other children? Or did she ever discipline the other children at all? Or she just got gratification and just recording, torturing Rica. All right? Now, as the plot thickens with this, all right, there go that bitch right there. So as the story plot thickens with this story, it came out in that same video that I was telling y'all about earlier. It came out. There was a male that walked past the camera in that particular video where the kids was running around and Rica was in the corner holding the cans up in her hand. And come to find out, that was Richard, her dad, who walked right past the camera, did not intervene, did not put this woman in her place. He was a part of the chaos that was going on with his own child. All right? And that right there, I think, hurt a whole lot of people to know that this man was sitting up there and allowing this woman to do whatever she pleased to his child. Even there was text messages she was sending to him. And in one of the text messages, I bring this up all the damn time. Richard says to Cynthia, would it make it any better if his child wasn't here? What the fuck? Really? Really? In order for me to find that, I would have to go back in some of these videos and find that. But I'm pretty much sure a lot of y'all been following this story, and y'all probably seen it for yourself. There was a text message he sent back to her because I guess she was texting him, bitching and whining or whatnot. And Richard says to Cynthia, would it be better if my own child wasn't here? And when all this shit went down, Cynthia tried to get Richard to take the fall for everything. But that was a fail. I wouldn't say it's a total fail, but it was a fail because I don't think Richard took blame for even half of this shit. Not that I can recall. So as it turned out, Cynthia has went to jail. And not long after that, it took a minute, but they ended up getting Richard too for his part in everything as well. All right? But if I remember, I think Richard cut a deal. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on that. I'll have to talk to Antoinette again about that. But I think Richard got a deal. I think he got an 8-year sentence or something like that. And one time I talked to Antoinette, she said he might not going to do the whole 8 years. Or he might not even do even half of that. Again, people, I don't know how the law works. I don't know how the jail works when you take plea deals or whatnot. I don't know how it works. I never been to jail. All right? So now, if we're going to take her out the equation, if we're going to take them out the equation, we're going to leave these two up right here, the mother and her child. Now, the reason I'm saying this, I'm going to leave them two up because I know doing this story, a lot of people was saying that, hey, you know, yeah, we could say Richard did this, we could say he did that, but Antoinette failed her child as well. Okay, so let me repeat that. A lot of people kept bringing it up. They said this woman failed her child as well. And I'm going to say to you, You are correct. And I'm also say to you as well, this woman admitted that she failed her child. Again, if you've been following this story from beginning to now, you will hear one of the first interviews that she did on the news that she said, CPS failed my child. I failed my child. She knows she done this. So me personally, this is how I feel about it. I can't go in on her if she's admitting where she's wrong. Now, if she was making excuses, I can understand people keep throwing it up. But then again, y'all have y'all right to feel how you want to feel. And I'm not knocking anybody for feeling how they want to feel. All right? Or feeling how they feel. I'm not knocking y'all at all. Okay? Like I said, I totally agree when y'all say that. But now, again, if she's admitting to it that she failed her child, then what's the problem? At least she admitted to what she done. But Cynthia Baker tried to lie about this girl's death as to what was going on until her lies came out. And from my understanding, talked to Antonetta, Richard was telling her he didn't know this was going on. This girl went to school with bruises and everything on her. Chipped tooth and all that stuff. If you've been following this story, you would have seen all of that. Chipped tooth, bruises, and everything. And DCF never responded from my understanding. But now, however, Antonetta has made her voice heard. There is something out there where they say DCFS has responded, I guess, to what she was saying. I don't have a video right now, but when I get it, I'm pretty much sure I can find it. You know, I will listen to it to see what they had to respond to. All right? So, hey, you can beat her up all you want to about her role in this and how she fucked up and how you want to put it. Hey, you know what? She's willing to accept it from my understanding. She's willing to accept it. She can't do nothing about it. You know, she's admitting it. She admits it. You know, yes, I failed too, you know. And I'm pretty much sure a lot of people that follow her, you know, probably feel the same way too. Yes, you know, you failed too. But how about this though? She may have went to jail and failed as a mother for her child. But we all can agree to this. Her going to jail did not kill her child. Let me say that again. Her going to jail did not kill her child. The other half of Rica's parents, which was her father, allowed another woman to harm his child. And 9 times out of 10, he was doing it too. And there was a whole lot of videos that I played where Richard was having fun with Rica. But the question still remains now. What went wrong? What went wrong? How did you turn from this father that loved your baby so much, and in the video we could hear you and Antonetta having so much fun with Rica, until you got with Cynthia and shit just went left? What happened? And as I always told Antonetta, if you want to talk, I'll be fair, let him talk. Because I believe in getting both sides of the story out. Even though how much I probably won't believe it. But if I let Antonetta talk, it's only fair that I let Richard talk as well. And I had the opportunity to get in contact with him. But I'm like, no, I want him to come to me. If you want to get his side out, I want him to come to me. All right? So again, this is another child that is gone and definitely would not be forgotten. All right? And there is Rica. She is gone and she'll never be forgotten. Now, before I get done with this, I want to give you a little bit of update. And this update here is, for some reason, Cynthia keeps asking for a new trial. Keeps arguing for a new trial. I had no idea why. but she keeps arguing for a new trial. And that's why everything's being so delayed about getting her convicted or whatnot. So let's have a listen to what's going on here.
Extra security needed outside the courtroom where a woman found guilty of killing an 8-year-old girl tried to get a new trial. The 42-year-old told the judge in a hearing today why she needed a new trial. Cynthia Baker was in the courtroom today with a new lawyer representing her to argue ineffective counsel. Baker was found guilty in November of last year, first-degree murder in the death of Rica Rountree, the daughter of her then-boyfriend, Richard Rountree. Our reporter covering the hearing said there was some arguing and screaming as both families left the courtroom.
Tensions were high, but I think at the end of the day, what they tried to do didn't work. They're trying to make it that Richard is the one that actually killed Rica.
Richard Rountree was charged with child endangerment. Baker will go back to court November 19th, and we will find out if she will get a new trial.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so you heard that, which is it's November the 10th now, so in 9 more days, she's going to be going back, and I'm pretty much sure Antoinette will give us an update. As a matter of fact, I think she actually did a video on Facebook about this right here. If I can get that link, I will post a link in the description box so y'all can go take a listen for yourself about everything that have took place. Or if I can, hey, I might try to get Antoinette back on the show and let y'all hear yourself and get an update herself about everything that went down. You know, hey, look at that baby, it's pretty baby. So here's what it says about this. Almost a year after a jury found her guilty of killing 8-year-old Rica Rountree, Cynthia Baker tried to convince the judge on Friday to grant her a new trial because of an inadequate defense. The 43-year-old woman from Normal has yet to be sentenced following her conviction in November of last year, so we're going into a year. Baker said her lawyer at the time told Todd Ringo, failed to prepare her to testify, warning her she would lose the case if she did take the stand. Baker wound up not testifying in her own defense. Baker also claimed Ringo held only about a half a dozen brief meetings with her before trial, failed to show her various documents, and did not call enough valuable witnesses to testify on her behalf. According to Baker, Ringo promised her former boyfriend and the child's father, Richard Rountree, that he would not throw him under the bus for the killing. Prosecutors said it was Baker who kicked the girl so hard in the stomach that she ultimately died of the injuries. Richard Rountree, 30 years old, is serving an 8-year prison sentence for his guilty plea to child endangerment. So I was right. Well, he did take a guilty plea. Ringo testified Friday that everything he did was in Baker's best interest to help her win the case. Baker will be back in court on November 19th to find out if Judge Casey Costigan, I guess that's how I say it, grants her a new trial or goes ahead with the sentencing. All right. And again, they say on the 19th, today is November the 10th as I do this story, November the 10th, 2020. And this was out on October the 9th, so I'm a little behind with this, so I apologize with that. I'm a little bit behind on this. But however, though, so that's what's going on with that right now. And is this you right here, baby girl? No, you're at the top. There we go. So again, it's just sad that people who do dirty deeds like that still trying to find a way out of, for what they did and knowing damn well, they guilty as fucking doing this or whatnot, so I just say in this time and age, a lot of people just ain't got no backbone or just don't take responsibility for anything that they do, It's always somebody else's fault. It's always somebody else's fault. It's the reason why they did anything, and if you like me, I just get tired of hearing that it's always somebody else's fault. It's always somebody else's fault. I did this because you did this. I did this because you did that. Nobody did make you do anything that you did not choose to do yourself. And I even say that for Antoinette, the choices that she made, Nobody made her did it. Excuse me, nobody made her do it. Now we can get understanding and say, hey, I can understand why she did what she did to provide for the family. But we always can disagree with what she did. And I'm pretty much sure she understood that for every action, there's opposite. For every action, there's an opposite reaction. And that's for all of us. For every action, there's an opposite reaction. So she sold drugs. The opposite reaction, she got caught up. And she got locked up. And that's with a whole lot of these stories that I do. For every action, there is an opposite reaction. But nevertheless, again, her actions isn't the one that killed this child. The actions of their horrible demon, Cynthia Baker, killed this child. All right? And it's a damn shame that this pretty young girl had to go through all that while the other biracial babies kept having fun and laughter. All the other babies get to have fun and laughter and do whatever they want to do. But the dark-skinned child had to suffer. So, Rica Rountree, dear, you are another one that is gone. But trust and believe, you will not be forgotten. At least not with the Chris Thorne Show. You will not be forgotten. I'm your man, Chris Thorne. Thank y'all for listening. And y'all tell me what y'all think about everything. And, anything that you want, that you want to hear, I'll try to put the links in the description box so all y'all can take a listen to it or whatnot. If y'all want to hear my very first interview with Antoinetta, I'll also post it as well if you like. But in that though, y'all take care of yourself and each other, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.